Have you ever had a project fail? Picture this. You have a brilliant medical device concept. Your engineering team is top tier. You have a plan in place. On paper, failure is impossible. Yet, data shows that up to 75% of medical device projects fail to launch or achieve market success. Why is that? Why do good projects led by good people fail? It rarely happens because the technology doesn't work. It happens because of hidden traps built into the development process. Today, we are going to look at the three critical mistakes that can destroy medical device projects and how we can avoid them. The first trap is taking DHF creation, design history file creation, as a paperwork exercise at the end of the project. Many teams say, let's build the prototype first, get it working, and then we'll write the design history file. As an engineer in my early days, that's how I thought about DHF also, until I attended a training where the trainer helped us visualize the importance of traceability of the design process and explained that 50% of a medical device is its documentation. When you wait until the end to compile your DHF, you might realize you didn't document your design inputs correctly. You find out your design inputs don't match your design outputs. By then, you have lost traceability. Now you waste time tracing steps backward and worse, retesting because your initial test protocols were not meeting the input requirements. I have witnessed teams spending months on DHF remediation. So, how do we fix it? Start your DHF creation on day one. Every user need, every risk assessment, every design input and output must be tracked in real time. Link them from the beginning. The device history file is part of design and development. Both the device and the documentation are integral to each other. You cannot separate them without negative consequences. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Sadar Mustafa. I've been involved in medical device product development, engineering, quality, regulatory, and operations for over a decade, from lead product development engineer to vice president of quality and regulatory, serving most countries in the world. And I'm known for transforming complex medical device challenges into innovative, sustainable solutions. I also teach and mentor an undergraduate engineering program, product development course, bridging the gap between theory and practice. My mission today is helping professionals become more effective engineers, quality professionals, and leaders, while helping organizations build better products and quality systems. The second trap is when brilliant engineers design a device for themselves instead of designing it for the actual clinical environment, for the end users. There is a big difference between design verification, which is how to test a device in a lab environment, and design validation, which focuses on the user needs. Does the device actually solve the user's problem in a real life clinical environment? That's the true essence of design validation and design and development in general. A device might work perfectly in an engineering lab setting, meeting your design specifications. But what happens when a nurse tries to use it in a noisy, chaotic ICU? Or what happens when a patient tries to use it at home without a technical background? If you wait until the very end of your project to conduct human factors and usability testing, you may have failed to design the right device. Redesigning hardware or software late in the game costs millions and destroys timelines. So how do you fix? How do you fix this problem? Bring clinicians, patients, and human factors experts into the loop early. Run simulated use tests with rough prototypes long before you freeze your design. Research how other similar devices have failed before, then apply risk mitigation proactively. The final trap is inadequate project planning, specifically planning in isolation. If your project plan treats engineering, regulatory affairs, manufacturing, and clinical testing as separate activities? Consider this example. If your engineering team changes a plastic component to save costs, but does not co-plan with the regulatory team who are working on biocompatibility testing and sterilization validation, you might inadvertently trigger a new biocompatibility testing requirement or sterilization assessment later in the project. That single uncoordinated change can add 6 months to your project line and additional costs. Similarly, if manufacturing is involved during the early prototyping stage or design for manufacturability review, you may design an incredibly smart device that is physically impossible to manufacture. Implement a cross functional, harmonized project management structure and culture in which engineering milestones are directly tied to regulatory impact assessment, design for manufacturability, and design for usability from day one. Remember, great medical device projects don't fail because the idea was bad. It fails because some of the elements, essential elements of product developments were missing. To ensure your project succeeds, integrate DHF into daily development. Validate with real users early on and often, and build integrated cross-functional project schedules that account for engineering, quality and regulatory, and manufacturing dependencies. By avoiding the three traps we discussed, you protect your timeline, your budget, and ultimately the patients who are waiting for your device. On this channel, I share practical lessons from my own experience that help engineers and companies build safer products while making compliance easier. You will find more information in the description below, and I'll see you soon.